Should you pull on the Saga and Skadi standard banner? Short answer, no. Couple of reasons. First, standard banners in general are the worst value banners in Arknights, given the fact that you get a new one every 2 weeks. That's no surprise. As a general recommendation, you don't pull unless you want both of the 6 stars that are in focus. However, there's a few other things to keep in mind. Independent of these operators featured, there is the limited event coming up in 5 to 6 weeks for the anniversary. So if you intend to pull there, it's not recommended to pull on anything between now and then, unless you have the resources to spare. But for Saga in particular, if you're not desperate to get her right now, and you're willing to hold off, she appears on the next Joint Operations banner. That one has Saga, Schwartz, Phantom, and Surta, which is an excellent banner to pull on, particularly if you don't have Surta already. And so if you would like to have Saga and you're not desperate to have her right now, it is a better idea to wait until Joint Operations 5 and try for her there. It's still 25% odds on either banner. It's just that on the Joint Operations one, if you don't get her, you're likely to get somebody great. The particular problem with the Skadi and Saga banner is that the other 6 star is Skadi. Now, as for the 5 stars, Manticore is fairly good, and Firewatch I absolutely love, and Whisper Rain is also pretty good. However, I never recommend pulling for 5 stars unless you particularly want any of the 3. Same rule as with the 6 stars. I generally don't recommend pulling unless you're okay with getting any of them. You can buy Firewatch from the Gold Certificate store. You can always tell who you can buy even without going into the store, because the 5 star in the store will be the one that's in the middle, and the 6 star will be the one that's got the E1 art. The E2 art will be the banner exclusive. Second skill, all she gets is a bit of attack for 25 seconds after being deployed. It's pretty rubbish. Her third skill is okay, but all it does is 100% attack, defense, max HP. That's just so weak. It is so unbelievably weak. I particularly like Skadi as a character. She's just not worth going for. Now, Saga, on the other hand, is a great unit. She is best in class. You're looking for someone that can hold the line at the start. Saga is really good for that. It's particularly her second skill that makes her really good at holding early, because it very quickly generates DP and it does AoE damage. If you have an early swarm rush, this skill will very easily hold it for you. Whereas other Vanguards will almost guaranteed to leak, particularly Flag Bearers, because they can only block one, and they can't block while activating their skill. So Saga is sort of the counterbalance to them. If you can't put down the Flag Bearer because the Flag Bearer is going to leak, you put in Saga, use her AoE, and she's really good. The best time we saw Saga in action was during the Originium Dust event, the Rainbow Six collab against the final boss that spawned endless amounts of slugs. Saga could single-handedly handle all of that. She would spammed the life out of those slugs. One thing to warn you about, though, with Saga is that she's very, very, very loud. And I mean that literally. Every time you use her skill, and you're going to be using it very quickly because she will store charges, and this is looking at a rank 7. When you increase the mastery, the recharge goes down, and I think you can store an extra charge. She is going to be spamming the hell out of that, and she will scream about all her favorite food nonstop, and it gets very, very loud. So just be warned. She's also very good at supplementing other units, because her core mechanic is that she doesn't kill the units herself. She makes them critically wounded, and then they're one hit from death, and then whoever finishes them off, they will gain skill points instead. Yeah, so when dealing lethal damage, she will leave the enemy at 1 HP, inflicting critically wounded, which slows them down, and then whoever finishes them off gains 2 SP. Saga herself will not attack critically wounded targets. However, she does have the ability with her skill 2, she can eliminate all critically wounded targets herself, which is what allows her to hold the line by herself despite her quote-unquote pacifist mentality. So yes, Saga is a great unit, and I do recommend getting Saga. I just don't recommend pulling for her on this banner. I recommend waiting for Joint Operations 5, particularly if you don't have Surtur. But don't forget, the other real difficult factor to consider is that we have the upcoming summer event banner. If you really want to guarantee, save up as much as you can to guarantee to get the Summer Chen, you probably can't afford to get sidetracked and distracted and baited by standard banners now. And don't forget, after the summer event, there's the Thorns solo banner rerun. After the Thorns rerun, there's the Salak release, and she's an excellent unit, so there's a lot to think about. Unfortunately, despite there being some good units on this banner, I'm going to give a strong no recommendation on pulling. I hope you found this video useful. Please subscribe and share with anyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.